believed in this crazy conspiracy theory that the media and the government were covering up the fact that Joe Biden was clearly unable to do the job.
She's very bad for our country. All she does is complain, complain, complain. She comes out of a country where they have no government, they have no military, they have no police, they got no nothing. They don't have a country. And they run around killing each other. And then she comes over here. She tells the United States of America how it should be run. We don't want to hear from her. I don't want to hear from her.
I just want to say J.D. Vance and President Trump are so good at this. They are so good at dealing with the press, at dealing with reporters, at navigating their way through just ridiculous questions, these attempted gotcha moments. It's absolutely phenomenal. And we're really setting things up for J.D. Vance to be president in 2028. But that's the story for another day. Today, we're taking a look at Trump and J.D. Vance completely demolishing reporters separately. Of course, I think you're gonna love this. I've scrubbed through a lot of different content and really narrowed it down to these funny clips. So I hope you do stick around for the full thing, because this is a phenomenal compilation of all the recent times JD and Trump just absolutely humiliated them. All I ask in return is for you guys to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I do want to say thank you to everybody in my last video for wishing me a happy birthday, because I have said that it is on Christmas and my birthday does completely get overshadowed by Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody, and thank you for the birthday wishes. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Kicking things off with President Trump, who acknowledges CNN. Fake news CNN reporter falls over or knocks a camera down in the White House while Trump is speaking. He mocks her, but also does care at the same time. Have a look.
And Amgen Executive Vice President and CFO, Peter Griffith. Peter? Thank you, Peter, very much. Thank you very much. You okay? Fake news. We want you to be healthy. Are you all right? The camera's not okay, but she's okay. That's more important. We have good medicine for you. If you need some medicine, one of them can take good care of it.
I told you. It's pretty funny. He's really good at what he does. Now we're going to take a look at J.D. Vance, because this man is really making a name for himself. Here we go.
This is a massive facility, and I think that it speaks to what's going on in the United States of America under the past 10 months of Donald J. Trump's presidential leadership. Under this president, my friends, we are building again. We are investing in the United States of America again. You heard our Secretary of Labor talk about it. 61,000 jobs added in the month of November, and that's not all. We saw private sector wage growth grow at a rate of 4.2%. You know what that means? That means we're seeing the fastest private sector wage growth that we have seen in this country in many years. And we're doing it by having a president and an administration that believes in you and fights for you. That is what we're trying to do every single day.
Later in this video, you're going to see the crowd get completely riled up and start chanting USA after J.D. Vance starts talking, because that's just how patriotic it really is. But now we're going to focus on J.D. Vance acknowledging what a reporter has to say, and I'll let you guys decide who won this one.
And that is the interviews that White House Chief of Staff Susie YELLS gave to Vanity Fair, in which she's quoted as referring to you as, excuse me, and again, not my words, sir, but a conspiracy theorist of a decade, and described your transformation from someone who once opposed President Trump to now his vice president as an act of political expediency. And I'd like to give you the chance to respond to that, sir.
Well, first of all, if Susie, I'll trust what you said. I haven't looked at the article. I of course have heard about it, but conspiracy theorist. Sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, but I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true. Yeah. And by the way,
and what's the difference between a conspiracy and the truth? Now we know it used to be 6 months or a couple of years. Now it's narrowed itself down to like a few weeks.
Way, Susie and I have joked in private and in public about that for a long time. For example, I believed in the crazy conspiracy theory back in 2020 that it was stupid to mask 3-year-olds at the height of the COVID pandemic, that we should actually let them develop some language skills. I believed in this crazy conspiracy theory that the media and the government were covering up the fact that Joe Biden was clearly unable to do the job.
Auto pen, someone yells.
And I believed in the conspiracy theory that Joe Biden was trying to throw his political opponents in jail rather than win an argument against his political opponents. So, at least on some of these conspiracy theories, it turns out that a conspiracy theory is just something that was true 6 months before the media admitted it. And that's my understanding.
There it is. There it is. And that gap is actually shortening itself now. So it's no longer 6 months. It's actually less, since we're under the 6-month threshold now. Might be still a few months, but it's no longer a 6-month waiting period for a conspiracy theory to now actually become the truth, right? That's pretty funny. Well said, JD, Mr. Vice President. Well said.
President Trump last week gave his economy a grade of A++++. What grade would you give the economy today?
A++++. Look,
USA, USA.
Here's the simple fact of the matter. Again, you have to understand all of this stuff in context. What you have to ask yourself, what has the Trump economy been able to build over the past 10 or 11 months, given what we inherited from the Biden administration? Ladies and gentlemen, we had the worst inflation crisis in 50 years in the United States of America under Joe Biden. We had the worst trade deficit in the history of the United States under Joe Biden. We had debt and deficits, the highest in the history of American peacetime in 250 years. What we have been able to do, higher wages, lower inflation, a massive amount of investment and money coming into the United States of America, that stuff is incredible. And that is something to be proud of. What I will say is that given how bad things got under the Biden administration, we're going to keep on working every single day to make sure that Americans feel the benefits of the Trump economy. I am certain that we've already seen great benefits for the American people, but we got a lot of rebuilding to do over the next 3 years, and the president is committed more than anybody to making sure that we do it.
One of the things I love the most about JD Vance is that he is, phenomenal with words, but he's also very humbly able to bring to attention the things that they have done. But more importantly, the humbleness is acknowledging that there is still a lot of work to do in the next 3 years. And that's a key difference between these smart Republicans and borderline silly goose Democrats, right? Silly goose Democrats, they just say, oh, everything's fine. We're doing everything fine. Everything's going to work out. Republicans actually acknowledge, we're getting shit done, but there's still room to do more. And good thing we have some more runway, because there's more that we're actually going to be accomplishing. The record investments is phenomenal. People from other countries are looking into America going, we want that. Why isn't our leader doing that? Come on, dude, wake up. And people in America, are going, hey, yeah, golden age of America. It's here, baby. It's here.
I think the people that have run CNN for the last long period of time are a disgrace. I think it's imperative that CNN be sold, because you certainly wouldn't want to put people, just leave those people with some money, good money, and CNN, so that they can spend even more money spreading poison, because it's lies. It's a disgrace. So I wouldn't want to see the same company end up with CNN, the same company with money, because right now they don't have too much money, but they have value, I guess, based on the bids. They've got value. But I think CNN should be sold, because I think the people that are running CNN right now are either corrupt or incompetent.
And that'll be a factor in the decision making, because we've got some.
Well, in my mind, but I can be talked out of that by some very talented people that we have, antitrust people. But I just think that the people that have run CNN into the ground, by the way, nobody watches, very few people watch. I don't think they should be entrusted with running CNN any longer. So I think any deal should be guaranteed and certain that CNN is part of it, or sold separately. But I don't think the people that are running that company right now and running CNN, which is a very dishonest group of people, I don't think that should be allowed to continue. I think CNN should be sold along with everything else.
That is a freaking phenomenal idea. There's nothing inherently wrong with the shell of CNN. It's the people that are working for it and the leadership and the entire messaging that they have. But if you get rid of all of that and you bring in new people, trustworthy people, people that are actually giving the objective news, give it a whole new direction and frankly, give it a whole new name, getting rid of CNN in its entirety, probably not the worst idea. Then there you go, off to the races. It's almost like everything that is currently in existence about CNN is wrong and should be, well, according to Trump, terminated and or sold. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think CNN should be sold to someone else, someone a little bit more in the center or common sense or Republican? Let me know what you guys think.
I think my cabinet's fantastic. I read the same stories that I'm unhappy with this one or that one, and I'm not. I think the cabinet's done a great job. I read a story that I was unhappy with Pete because he was attacking drug dealers. And I said, that's not exactly right. I would say very much the opposite. Pete Hegseth has been phenomenal. I read a story recently. I'm unhappy with Christie. I'm so happy with it. I mean, we have a closed border. We have a border that's the best border in the history of our country. Why would I be unhappy? She's fantastic, actually. No, we have a fantastic cabinet. Really fantastic cabinet. I mean, Lutnick I'll have to think about. No, he's doing great. Well, Howard's done really well, and Scott's done really well. We have just a fantastic cabinet.
He's got the jokes, even in such a serious and tense moment, just a buildup of squashing all the rumors. President Trump has got the jokes, man. You gotta love them. It's a breath of fresh air going from sleepy Joe Biden, who didn't know what the hell he was doing, what time of day it was, to President Trump, who's honestly got the comedic timing of a freaking stand-up comedian.
I think she's very bad for our country. All she does is complain, complain, complain. She comes out of a country where they have no government, they have no military, they have no police, they got no nothing. They don't have a country. And they run around killing each other. And then she comes over here. She tells the United States of America how it should be run. We don't want to hear from her. I don't want to hear from her. I don't want to speak for Emmer, but I don't think Emmer particularly wants to hear. But don't say it because I don't want to get you in trouble, okay? Just be nice and easy, all right? I'll do it for you, bud. That part I'll do. But I just want to say that there's nothing worse than a person that comes in and does nothing but bitch and comes from a place where she shouldn't be telling us what to do. She shouldn't be telling us. And everybody agrees with me. And what's happening in Minnesota with Somalia, where billions of dollars is being stolen, right, like candy from a baby, we're not going to let that go on. And it's too great a state to have that happening. And guys like Tom Emmer and others, Pete Stauber, guys like them, they're going to stop it. And they're going to be given the authority to stop it. Because this country's not going to put up with it anymore.
You gotta love him. He's just squashing all the corruption. You gotta love Trump, man. Get rid of all the bad people out of America. People that don't share the same values as Americans. Get them the hell out. I love it. But you, more importantly, do you love it? Let me know down in the comments which one of these clips was your favorite. This is the end of the video, so if you did enjoy it, it'd be super awesome for you guys to show your appreciation by slapping a like on it, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss another single update. And if I don't see you between now and Christmas, I do want to wish you and your family a safe and happy Christmas. Bye for now.